Just a quick video here showing FTK Imager, and if you're using that in a virtual machine when your host has a very high resolution, FTK Imager open. If your host has a high resolution and you've got some scaling issues and it's hard to read, I'll just show you here in a second. You'll notice the icons of FTK are all kind of tiny. If we go to open some evidence, browse, find your evidence item, hit open. See how the text is just occupying this tiny portion of the screen here. This big beautiful screen that we've got, and we can hardly read this. FTK Imager doesn't use Windows scaling. So if you go into your display settings and you set your different scaling, all of your icons, all of your other applications will scale properly. FTK Imager doesn't. Like I said, we got this big display here, 3300 by 1922. So let's go ahead and fix that. We're going to left click on our start menu. We're going to look for FTK Imager. We're going to mouse over that. We're going to right click and we're going to go to open file location. Left click. FTK Imager, we're going to right click. We're going to go down to properties and left click. Then we're going to go find the Compatibility tab, left click on that, scroll down to this button here, change high DPI settings, we'll left click there. Down at the bottom here, high DPI scaling override, we want to put a check in there. We want to select System Enhanced, we want to click OK, then we're going to hit apply, and we'll hit OK as well. Now let's go back into FTK Imager and see what we get. Already it's looking better. Our icons are a little bit nicer sized here. We can actually read some of the tiny text in there. We'll open our evidence item, add evidence item, go to an image file, hit next, select that item, EO1 file in our case, we'll hit finish. And look at this, we've now got readable text occurring. Open up a partition here. Check out program files. You can see everything's readable up here. If we were to go into something, of course I picked the wrong thing. Grab a file and you can now read. Whether you're expert at reading hex and decoding that in your head, or whether you need to use the ASCII side, you can now read this much more clearer than previous with the tiny fonts. So that's it. That's how to adjust FTK Imager for scaling in your high resolution devices.